Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that affects every single person in Vietnam, yet we rarely talk about it: water. Not just any water, but the massive, booming bottled water market that's reshaping daily life and the economy in this incredible country. Why is a simple bottle of water such a big deal here? What are the hidden forces driving this billion-dollar industry? And what does it all mean for Vietnam's future? We're going to unpack all of it. From bustling city streets to remote villages, the story of water in Vietnam is a fascinating one, full of surprising twists and turns. So grab your favorite drink, maybe even a bottle of water, and let's get started. First, let's set the scene. Picture this: Vietnam, a country with a rapidly growing economy, a young, dynamic population, and increasing urbanization. As cities like Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi expand, so does the demand for safe, reliable drinking water. While the government has made huge strides in improving public water infrastructure, there's still a lingering perception gap. Many people, especially in urban areas, worry about the quality of tap water due to concerns about old pipes and potential contamination. This concern, combined with a rising middle class that has more disposable income, has created the perfect storm for the bottled water industry to flourish. It's not just about quenching thirst, it's about peace of mind. For many Vietnamese families, buying bottled water is a non-negotiable part of their daily routine, an investment in their health and well-being. This shift in consumer behavior has turned a basic necessity into a massive commercial opportunity. So who are the big players in this aquatic arena? It's a fascinating mix of international giants and strong local champions. You've probably seen brands like Aquafina, owned by PepsiCo, and Levi, part of the Nestle family, everywhere. These global powerhouses entered the market with huge marketing budgets, established distribution networks, and a reputation for quality that instantly resonated with consumers. They leveraged their international brand recognition to build trust. But don't count out the local heroes. Vietnamese brands like Vinacho and Dasani, which is Coca-Cola's local play, have a deep understanding of the local palate and culture. They often compete by offering a wider range of products, including naturally mineralized water sourced from local springs, which appeals to a sense of national pride and a preference for natural products. This fierce competition is actually great for consumers. It keeps prices competitive and drives innovation, with companies constantly looking for new ways to stand out, whether it's through eco-friendly packaging, unique mineral content, or clever marketing campaigns. The result is a vibrant, dynamic marketplace where both global trends and local tastes collide. Now, let's talk numbers because they are truly staggering. The bottled water market in Vietnam is valued at over $1 billion, and it's not slowing down. Projections show it growing by around 6 to 7% every single year. What's fueling this incredible growth? A few key factors. First, health and wellness is a massive trend. More and more Vietnamese are becoming health conscious. They're paying closer attention to what they eat and drink, and purified or mineral water fits perfectly into this healthier lifestyle. It's seen as a pure, clean alternative to sugary sodas and other sweetened beverages. Secondly, convenience is king. In a fast-paced society, the grab-and-go nature of bottled water is unbeatable. Whether you're a student rushing to class, an office worker on a lunch break, or a family on a road trip, a bottle of water is the easiest and most convenient way to stay hydrated. And finally, tourism plays a huge role. Vietnam welcomes millions of international tourists each year, and for many of them, buying bottled water is the default, safe option. Every tourist grabbing a bottle from a convenience store adds to the industry's bottom line, making tourism a significant, if often overlooked, driver of the market's success. But the story of water in Vietnam isn't just about big brands and big profits. It's also deeply connected to the country's rich natural resources. Vietnam is blessed with beautiful, pristine natural springs, many of which are the source for popular mineral water brands. For example, the Vinh Ho spring in Bien H Thuan province has been famous for its high mineral content for over 90 years. Levi sources its water from a protected underground aquifer in Long An province. Tapping into these natural sources is a key part of the industry's identity. It allows brands to market their products not just as purified water, but as something uniquely Vietnamese, a gift from nature. This creates a powerful narrative that connects the product to the country's beautiful landscapes and natural heritage. However, this also brings up important questions about sustainability. How can companies extract this precious resource without depleting it? How can we ensure these natural springs are protected for future generations? This is a critical challenge that the industry and the government must address together. Balancing commercial interests with environmental preservation is key to the long-term health of both the water market and Vietnam's stunning natural environment. As the market matures, we're seeing some really exciting innovations. It's not just about plain water anymore. The Water Plus category is exploding. Think vitamin-infused water, electrolyte-enhanced water for sports recovery, and even flavored sparkling water that offers a healthy alternative to soda. These products cater to specific consumer needs and preferences, moving water from a simple commodity to a functional beverage. Another major area of innovation is packaging. With growing public awareness about plastic pollution, companies are under pressure to be more sustainable. We're starting to see more brands using recycled plastic or rPET for their bottles. Some are experimenting with lighter weight bottles that use less plastic overall. There's also a slow but growing movement towards alternatives like glass bottles and water refill stations, especially in hotels and cafes. This focus on sustainability is not just good for the planet, it's also good for business. Consumers, especially the younger generation, are increasingly loyal to brands that demonstrate a genuine commitment to environmental responsibility. The future of the water market will likely be defined by which companies can innovate in both their products and their packaging. So, what does all of this mean for the future? The bottled water market is deeply intertwined with Vietnam's development trajectory. On one hand, it provides a trusted source of hydration for millions, fills a gap left by public infrastructure, and creates thousands of jobs in manufacturing, logistics, and retail. It's a clear indicator of a growing consumer economy. On the other hand, it raises critical questions that Vietnam must grapple with. The biggest, of course, is the environmental impact of plastic bottles. The country is already dealing with a significant plastic waste problem, and the bottled water industry is a major contributor. Finding scalable solutions, from better recycling systems to promoting a circular economy, is absolutely essential. Furthermore, as the bottled water market grows, it is crucial that it doesn't divert attention or investment away from the ultimate goal: providing safe, reliable, and affordable tap water for every single citizen. The success of the bottled water industry highlights a public need, and the long-term solution lies in strengthening public systems. The future will require a delicate balancing act, supporting a thriving market while tackling its environmental fallout and continuing to invest in public infrastructure for a more sustainable and equitable water future for all. Looking ahead, the Vietnamese water market is poised for continued evolution. We can expect to see even more product diversification with a greater focus on health, wellness, and functionality. The push for sustainability will intensify, with government regulations and consumer demand forcing companies to adopt greener practices. Digitalization will also play a bigger role. Imagine ordering your weekly supply of water through an app with subscription models that make it more convenient and affordable. E-commerce platforms are already becoming a major sales channel for bottled water, and this trend will only accelerate. The competition will remain fierce, but it might shift from being just about price to being about brand values, sustainability credentials, and product innovation. Ultimately, the story of water in Vietnam is a microcosm of the country's broader journey. It's a story of rapid growth, changing consumer habits, the tension between tradition and modernity, and the critical challenge of balancing economic development with environmental stewardship. How Vietnam navigates these complexities will not only shape the future of its water market, but will also offer valuable lessons for other developing nations facing similar challenges. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into Vietnam's fascinating water market. It's so much more than just H2O in a plastic bottle. It's a story about health, economics, culture, and the environment, all coming together in one of Asia's most dynamic countries. What are your thoughts? Do you primarily drink bottled water or tap water? What do you think is the most important step for a more sustainable water future in Vietnam? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this video interesting and learned something new, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.